Hello, SOBs, small owned businesses. It's Sunday, and we're about to start another marketing news update just to keep you guys up to date on what's happening in the marketing world because we all know that lots of changes happen in a very quick and short amount of time. And so I'm going to give it just 1 second to see if anybody hops on here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. But just as a quick reminder to you as well, if you guys are looking for free marketing content, we actually provide a lot of resources. You can join our weekly email list where we share marketing strategies, updates, and even more information that typically goes out Thursday and Friday. So if you'd like to get on that email list, then go to our website at TheSeasonedMarketer.com. And then every Monday, we do share a marketing video on YouTube. And then also on Wednesdays, we release now a marketing podcast episode. So trying to keep you guys informed on everything that's going on and just give you a couple different types of content that you can devour throughout the week to help you grow your small business. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We have 3 key points for today that we're going to discuss. The first marketing news update that we're going to be talking about is, of course, about Meta. So Meta is the company, remember, that owns Facebook and Instagram. And they have been, giving us a little bit of inklings that they were going to release a Twitter-like platform, and that is going to be coming to fruition. So even though the platform is not ready, the new app isn't ready to be released, they did end up releasing, I guess, what the logo looks like. So they are well on their way to eventually allowing us to have access to that app. Now, a couple different things here. They're launching their own alternative to Twitter because obviously they know that some people have been upset with some of the stuff that's been going on over in Twitter land, right? But it seems like they're going to be this app is going to be named Barcelona, and I can't tell if that's just the project name or if that's what they're going to be naming the app. I hope that they would give it some other name, but that's to be determined. I guess we'll see once they make the official announcement that it's something we can access. A couple, the Barcelona app, even though it's going to be a separate app, it is telling us that we're going to be able to log into it with our Instagram credentials. So you're going to have the same profile name as you do on Instagram over on this new Twitter app that they're developing, or Twitter-like app that they're developing. And then also the maximum length for the Barcelona post are going to stay at around, I guess, a limit of 500 characters. Now, they do say that it's a cleaned up looking version of what Twitter offers. I don't know exactly what that means. And then on top of it, what's interesting is that they do mention that's going to be decentralized. I don't know what that means or how they're going to go about doing that, but it is something that's worth noting. All right, so then the second update that we have in the marketing world this week is that Instacart has officially started rolling out their Ask Instacart. And I'm going to tell you why this is important. So AI is a big buzzword and everybody's talking about it, right? We're talking about ChatGPT all the time. And this is the first really solid use. Well, I won't say that, but it's interesting because over time, you may be thinking, how is chat or how is AI going to change the way that we interact with these businesses? And is it really going to provide us value, right? And this is the first business that I think has really done a solid job of showing us exactly how they're transitioning and leveraging AI. So Ask Instacart, as of May 31st, Instacart said that half of their Instacart customers would have access to this feature. And what's interesting here is the way they describe it is, quote, a first of its kind AI powered search tool designed to assist with customers grocery shopping questions, saving them time, inspiring their routine, and helping them make food related decisions by offering personalized recommendations throughout the shopping experience. And if you're wondering exactly what that looks like, you're saying, fine, that sounds like a canned response. Or description. What it means is that essentially it's going to be able to provide you with even more information in a more intuitive way. So let's say prior to this Ask Instacart feature, if let's say you were going to be grilling chicken and you were looking for good marinades or sauces for that grilled chicken in particular, you may type in there certain keywords with, and then you'd probably have to do some search on your own, right? So it would look at the keywords, it would give you what they thought was a good fit, and then you would probably have to go through it. With Ask Instacart, now you can literally type in there, what are good sauces for grilling chicken? And it would respond back with exactly what you're asking for. So it's just presenting you the information in a much more intuitive way. And hopefully, what it does is it actually decreases the amount of time that you're having to spend on there searching for what you're looking for. Another example of this would be that, let's say, if you have somebody that's coming over for dinner and they're gluten free, and so you are planning to make, let's say, lamb chops, you could easily type in there, what is a good side salad that pairs well with lamb chops that is gluten free? And it will then provide you with the salads that they recommend that pairs well and tastes good with lamb chops, but that's also gluten free. And they would probably give you multiple options. So this is just one of the ways that we're going to see AI kind of changing the way that we navigate through some of these platforms. Now, the other part of this too is I did want to mention, I know that a lot of people out there, especially small business owners, we seem to be a little bit up in arms about AI in general, just because I think a lot of it is unknown. And you really, right now, may be finding it tough to see how AI could help and benefit your small business. But Chelsea and I are planning on putting together a workshop via Zoom that would be related to AI and just kind of talking about the basics of how Chat GPT actually works, because I think there's a lot of misconception about how it works and what it's actually doing. So covering what exactly it does, and then also how you can apply it to your small business and helping you with some of your marketing initiatives. And that's not to say that you guys would be getting rid of any employees or replacing any staff members, but it can help you with some of the tasks that you're having to do on a daily basis. And so if you're interested in learning more about that workshop and you may want to attend, then definitely send us an email at help@TheSeasonedMarketer.com, and we'll go ahead and put you on that list to notify you whenever we have more details and information. Or you guys can always just send us a DM or a personal message, and we'll be more than happy to add you to that list. All right, so the last and final news update today is just a reminder. I know I mentioned this in one of the previous videos, but Google Analytics, your Google Analytics is going to stop working. And I don't say this to terrify you. I'm reminding you because what needs to happen is you need to go into your Google Analytics if you have it attached to like your website so that it could collect your data on how people are navigating through your website. Or let's say you have it attached to like Google Ads or Google AdSense, you need to go in there and update it. And so what Google is doing is they are transitioning their Google Analytics from what they currently have, which is Universal Analytics, that's what it's called, to GA4, which is just a short term for Google Analytics 4. So you need to transition from the Universal Analytics to the Google Analytics 4. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, if it sounds really confusing to you, a couple things to keep in mind. So first, you need to know Do you have access to your Google Analytics, or is this something that whoever is responsible for your your website has access to? If so, if you have given this responsibility over to somebody else and they have plugged in the Google Analytics on the back end, you need to go in and be sure that you're asking them if they have made the update yet, because as soon as July 1st hits, you're not going to have data and information anymore on the existing platform unless you've transitioned over to Google Analytics 4, GA4. So you need to ask them that. Now, if you do have access to it and you know what I'm talking about, where you log into your Google Analytics and you're able to see the reporting for yourself, it's actually pretty easy for you to transition to GA4. And if you want a step-by-step tutorial on how to do this, that's actually what our marketing video is going to be about tomorrow. So just be sure that you catch that whenever we release it tomorrow, Monday. So just a friendly reminder about that. And that is all that we have for you guys today with marketing updates for this week. Keep in mind, if you aren't already following us over on Instagram or Facebook, you can find us under The Seasoned Marketer. And if you want to join our email list so that you can get free marketing tips and strategies and information delivered straight to your inbox, be sure that you go over to our website at TheSeasonedMarketer.com, and a pop-up should appear where you can insert your first name and also your email address so that we can put you on that list. So thanks again for joining me on a Sunday. I'll catch you guys next week with even more information.